Hi guys, how are you? This is the fifth lecture of 3D MaX tutorial course. In this lecture, we are going to make a modeling for a disco ball or a chandelier. So, after the previous four lectures, which we learned how to use the primitives and the geometric shapes and some of the modifiers list. So, in this lecture, we are going to model this model as you can see here in this picture. And as you can see here also, it consisting of three parts, which is the hanging, the first part, which is the top part, and also the chain. And as you can see here, if I'm making a zoom in, there's a circle here and a circle here also. And also we have another part, which is this one, the smallest one, the hanger. And also we have the ball or the lighting ball. So as you can see here that I made it before, this is the model, I did it. In this lecture, I will only explain how to make this model. And also I will provide you with a link for this model in the description of video. So I will close the 3D Max. I will open a new project on 3D Max, then we will start modeling it. By the way, let's open up the picture just to came step by step with it. So as we saying every time, the first thing we have to do is customize unit setup, system unit setup, then we'll choose our unit. So as I'm always saying that I prefer the meters, then okay. Now I'll show up this perspective screen, LW. Now we will start up with this model. So I'll go to the picture. First thing I have to do this part, which is the hanging. So I will start with it. Let's go to top view. We'll go to cylinder. I have to use cylinder for this one. Before using anything, I have to explain something over the photo. As you can see here, it's consisting of two cylinders, one over the other. And the topest one, actually the height for it is very small, but the other one is have another height. So I'll start with the cylinder, this one. I'll give the height just like this, or let's increase up the heights a little bit. Now, as we said in the previous lecture, how to make a copy. So by hitting shift, then move to any direction. So now I'm moving up. I will just increase the radius, as you can see here in this photo, because the radius of the upper one is bigger than the other one. So now I'm increasing the radius, just I'll make it like this. Or let's go to top view mode, hitting F3 through the keyboard to see the outline only. So I'm increasing the radius, as you can see for this one. Now it's good, so I'll keep it as it is. Now I'll hit F3 to show the shaded mode. Now I'll just decrease the height, because yep, now it's okay. Now I finished the first part, which is the hanging. So as you can see, I'm finishing this part. Now I'll just make the color white for it. I like white color with working. Now I will make another thing, which is another. I'll go to, as you can see here, now I'm controlling the directions. So I'm going to bottom. Now I'll make another cylinder here. So we'll make another cylinder. By the way, now why I get this cylinder just like this immediately without selecting auto grid? Because now I'm working on the bottom, so it's already working on the ground. but also I could select this one to make it exactly over this one. Even when I was in the top view, I could make it like this. So as you can see here, now I'm working here, so it's just like this. Now I have this part. Let's just hit F3 just to be sure that it is exactly in the middle. So now, as I think it's in the middle, now I have no problem with it. Now let's hit F3 again. I did the first part, I finished. Now I'll select everything, then I'll change the color from here just to make it white. Now everything will be white. Now I'll hold it up, or sorry, let's hold it right a little bit. Now we'll go to top view by hitting T through the keyboard. Then I'll make something called ellipse from the shapes. So I'll go to ellipse. I'll make an ellipse just like this. Why I'm making an ellipse? I will delete it, sorry, because now I have to make the chains. So I'll make them by ellipse command. So I'll make an ellipse just like this. That's it. It's okay. I think it's big, so I will make it smaller by the scale command by hitting R through the keyboard. Then coming here, I will decrease the size a little bit. More. Now I think just let's hit. Yep. Now it's okay. So how I made it as a 3D. So as you can see here, it's 3D mode. So as we said before, we go to modify list, then from this list rendering, I will active the first two. Then I will go to the thickness to increase it. Now this thickness is good actually. I'll make the color white. By the way, it's not necessary to change the color, but I'm just working every time with, at the beginning, all my project I made it white. So I just like white color, that's why I made it white. Now, as we can see, I have to rotate it 90 degree. So I will go to rotate command, which is E through the keyboard. Then I will active this command A, which is the snap toggle, as I said before, A. Right click here, then I will make it 90 degree here. So then enter and close it. So when I made it, immediately it came 90 degree. Now I'll go to move command through the keyboard, which is W. I'll copy this one. I'll make it just here. Now then I will rotate it. I will active the snap toggle. Now this is my first part of chain. So I will select those two, then I will copy them. So as we said before, now here it's asked me how many numbers of copies. So I'll make them just like 4. Okay, for now it's okay. Now I did the second part, which is the chains. Now I have another two things. As you can notice here, there's 2 circles, not just like this. It's a circle here and a circle in the top also. So we'll make those 2 circles. We'll go to top view mode. We'll hit circle through the shapes. Just like this. Then I will go to modify list, then just decreasing the thickness a little bit. I'll make it white. Now I have to rotate it 90 degree. Then from move command, let's go to front view. I'll move it, bring it here. I'll decrease the thickness for it to make it seems like the chain. Now I'll rotate it just like this. We'll go to other side, which is this one, the left or hitting L through the keyboard just to make it exactly in the middle. Now perfect. And also I'll make another copy for the top. I have to rotate it. Now it's finished. Now the second part has been finished. Now I have another thing, which is the ball. So before doing anything, I'll go to front view mode. I will select this one. I'll make it as a group. So I'll select everything here, those three parts. Then I will go to something called group, then group again. Here it tell me, give me the name for the group. So I will give it a name, which is the hanging. Okay. And I'll select this one. I'll make it as a group also, and I will give it also a name, which is the chain. Okay. Now I'll bring this one up. So as you can see here, now it's done. Now I have to make a ball, which is the last part, this one. So this ball actually is consisting of two parts, sphere and those black lines that you are seeing, which is the dividers between the balls. So I'll make the lighting ball through sphere command. So I have to go to create geometry, then I have to be sure that it's on standard parameters, then I'll select sphere. Now I'll make sphere. This size is okay actually. I'll just change the color for it, either from here or going to modify then from here. So both of them are work the same. Now I need to make a copy from it. Why I'm making a copy? Because as I said, it's consisting of two parts. Sorry. So the first part, which is the main ball, and the second part, which is the also I have a ball, but with an outline, which is those lines. So we will take a new command from modify list. At the beginning, I have to make a copy for it by hitting shift. Now I have two balls the same size exactly. I have to be sure that they are the same size, because if there is a difference in size, I'll get a wrong model. So this one actually I won't play with it. I have to manipulate this ball, the second one or the first one, as you like, any ball, it's not necessary. So I'll select the ball, then I'll go to modify, then from modify list I'll select something called lattice. So here I have lattice. It will become like this. Let's go to perspective mode. Now there's two things I have to decrease them. So the first one, which is the struts. So I have to make the radius for this one just like 0.01. I mean 1 cm. And here it's something called joints, which is the joints between everything. So I have to decrease it. Actually here I don't need a joints. What is joints? So if I'm making a zoom in, between each intersection there is a joint, which is, as you can see here, and it has 3 styles. So actually now I don't need joints. So how can I hide them? By making this comment 0 for the radius. I need this one. Actually 1 cm is so perfect. There's something, if I'm making a zoom in, I will see it not smooth. So when I want to make it smooth, I have to increase up the segments for it, and also the slides, which is the comment to make it smooth. By the way, the segments is not necessary to increase them up, so I will just decrease them for now. I only need to increase the slides to make it look more smoother. Sorry. By the way, some other computers, when you increase the segments through here, it's became so slowly. So because of that, my laptop is 32 gigabyte for the RAM. I get it fastly. So please don't increase the segments. Keep it as it is, because it gonna may crash the 3D Max for you. So as you can see here, even over my laptop, I would made it as, let's say, 30. Yeah, like this. So for now, I will make the color for this one either black or dark gray. So I'm selecting this color or adding a custom color through here, then going to black here, and I will make it just like this. Add color. So this is my color. Okay. Now how can I put this circle over this one exactly? So there is a command in 3D Max called align. So this one, quick align. So I will click after selecting this ball, which is the lattice ball. I will go to quick align, then I will select the main ball. As you can see here now, I got it. So if you don't like the result for it, I mean the thickness, so I could decrease it through the modify list, then I'll make it 0.03 for example. So as you can see here now, it looks better. Now we have another thing, which is something small here for hanging the ball. So I'll go in the top view mode, then F3. Actually for now I don't want to select the auto grid, so I will go to sphere, cylinder, and I won't select it, and I will made it in the middle exactly, so just like this. Then I'll give it a height. Now if you are focusing up, I had it in the middle, so let's hit F3, then move it up. So I'll change the color for it. I'll make it, let's say, white also. Then I will increase the height for it. So the height just like this. For now, by the way, I could make another cylinder, which is by I will hit auto grid for now, just to make another cylinder. Then I will give it. Now I will rotate it to 90 degree, as you can see here. Then I'll do something called Robelian. So as you can see here, now I want to cut this part over this part. So how? I mean, this one will gone and it will be an opening through this one. So just I want to be sure that it's exactly in the middle. Yeah, it's in the middle. Now I will go to select the main part, which is I want it. Then I will go to through here. I will select compound objects. Then I will go to Boolean. Then start picking. I will pick up this cylinder, which is this one. As you can see here, I have an opening. So just now it looks more realistic. For now I'll go to front view. I'll select up all those parts, which is the ball, the lattice ball, and this one. I'll make it as a group. Okay, then we will bring them to the chain. Now we'll go to right view. We'll zoom in. As you can see here now, it looks realistic. I just need to sub submit the materials. So in the next lectures, God willing, I will explain the materials. So as you can see here now, we are finishing the modeling for the cylinder or for the disco ball, disco lighting ball. So as you can see here now, it looks like this one. So if you like the video, please share it and subscribe to my channel to get the latest tutorials videos. Thank you and goodbye.